delayed cholecystectomy in mild gallstone pancreatitis. It is a randomized controlled trial. It was presented in Hepatopancreaticobiliary Journal in 2018 by Rosnow et al. And from Department of Surgery, Karolinska Institute, Sweden. And now, gallstone has been the leading cause of acute pancreatitis. It is almost 50% etiology there is a gallstone is there. Alcohol is the second most common cause of pancreatitis. So, in the treatment, final treatment, gallbladder needs to be removed. But the question arises, what is the time of surgery? When should we remove the gallbladder? Is it at the time of admission or we should wait for pancreatitis to settle? That is the main question. So, it is accepted that for severe gallstone pancreatitis, we have to wait till the patient is recovered from the surgery. Recovered from the initial inflammation, and at least we have to wait till 6 weeks. But for mild biliary pancreatitis, there is still dilemma about that. Some surgeons do it as early as possible and some wait for the 6 weeks. The reason behind waiting is that there is a complex dissection during the cholecystectomy. So it leads to more bleeding and more chances of injury, and there is bile duct injury, there is injury to right hepatic duct, there is injury to hepatic artery as well. So most of the surgeon wanted to wait for at least 6 weeks to resolve the inflammation. Now in 2015 there was a multi-center randomized control trial which suggested that there is a cholecystectomy is safe if we perform in mild gallstone pancreatitis in the same admission, and it also prevent the further biliary events. Also, there is another study they showed that postponing the surgery leads to 8% increase in gallstone pancreatitis. There is 3% more increase in acute cholecystitis and 7% more biliary colic. So the aim of this study is to compare the gallstone related event following cholecystectomy performed before the discharge or whether it is delayed for 6 weeks. So this is just to compare whether we can perform surgery in the same admission or we have to wait for 6 weeks. This study, all the patients which were presented with mild gallstone pancreatitis were included. Study duration was from May 2009 to July 2017, and it is a single center randomized clinical trial. In this study, all the patients from 18 to 80 years were included, but only with the first episode of gallstone pancreatitis. When the patient is second and third episode or were initially treated somewhere else and referred to this institute, they were not included. How this pancreatitis was diagnosed? That when there is acute abdominal pain, another criteria is elevated serum amylase level, which is 3 times above the normal limit, and evidence of pancreatitis on imaging. So any of 2 criteria if this match out of these 3, then they diagnosed it as a pancreatitis. Another thing is how we can label it as gallstone pancreatitis. Then to diagnose gallstone, it was finding on ultrasonography that one or more gallstone or biliary sludge in either gallbladder or bile duct. Then another thing is how to differentiate it from severe pancreatitis. So for mild pancreatitis, there should be absence of any organ failure for 48 hours or any local complications like collection or anything. Then patient should be improving and his CRP should be less than 150 milligram per liter during the first 24 hours from the admission. When the patient had multiple organ failure or cholangitis or cholestasis requiring whenever there is intervention is required, or anything like pregnancy or other cause of pancreatitis like alcohol, these patients were excluded from the study. The randomization was done through the sealed envelope by the same surgeon, and the surgeon also informed the patient about this study. All the consent were taken. 2 groups were there. One was index cholecystectomy and another for delayed cholecystectomy. In the both group, the patient were assigned, and when there is the patient in the index cholecystectomy, the surgery was done within 48 hours after the randomization, whereas in delayed, they waited for 6 weeks after the primary discharge. And both the group patient were managed similarly as the IV fluid analgesic and as per the protocols. And when the patient condition improved, they were discharged as soon as possible. There was no routine preoperative ERCP was performed, no antibiotic except where ERCP was there. So which were the outcomes studied? The primary and secondary. For the primary outcome, they studied about the recurrence of acute pancreatitis, cholecystitis, cholangitis, and biliary polyp, in which the patient needs to get admitted for hospital, or anything like intervention when required within 6 weeks or until the patient is performed cholecystectomy. The secondary outcome were like cholecystectomy complications, like bleeding, readmission, bile leakage, any surgical site infection, thromboembolic event, or retained bile duct stone within 30 days, or any common bile duct stone detected at intracholangiography during cholecystectomy, which require intervention with ERCP, quality of life and pain, but these are secondary. So the analysis it was done by routine statistical test, like difference between numerical variable were tested by Student's t-test and Child-Sword test or Fisher's test. The Mann-Whitney test was used to measure difference in case of non-normal distribution, and when the p-value was less than 0.05, it was considered as statistical significance. So total of 218 patients were there which were eligible, but 84 doesn't meet any inclusion criteria because 2 patients had severe pancreatitis and 82 did not give any consent for it. Then 32 had exclusion criteria, like 5 had pancreatitis and 27 had other reason. And also 36 patients included because 13 refused, and 23 there was a contraindication due to some comorbidities. So out of this, only 66 patients were randomized, and in 32 were in index cholecystectomy and 34 were delayed for that. From 32 also the one patient developed severe pancreatitis within this 48 hours, and he cannot undergo cholecystectomy. So only 31% were surgery was done only in 31 patients, whereas in delayed cholecystectomy only 29% received cholecystectomy. So baseline characteristics were the same in both the group, like age was 48 and 43, mean in both. Gender was also same. CRP, BMI, ASA classification, all both the characteristics were same. Only days from randomization were 1 day, and this was 50 days. That was the only difference. Otherwise, both the baseline characteristics were same in both groups. So in result, when the gallstone related events, the index cholecystectomy, only one patient had recurrent pancreatitis, and that is also the one patient which was not operated, and only out of this 32, 31 patients were operated. So if you see the only surgical part, then all the 31 patients had no complication. Whereas in delayed cholecystectomy group, there are 5 patients had recurrent pancreatitis and 4 patients had biliary colic. In both the group, no patient had cholangitis or cholecystitis. So in this group, only one patient had complication, whereas in this group, 9 patients had a gallstone related event. The p-value of this was 0.013, which is significant. Another thing is there is cholecystectomy related complication. In index cholecystectomy, there was only one, which is surgical site infection, which was also minor and managed. It doesn't require anything major. Whereas in delayed cholecystectomy group, one patient has subphrenic abscess and one patient had pancreatitis after the cholecystectomy. So there were 2 patients in this. When stone related, if we see the index cholecystectomy has a higher CVD stone, whereas in delayed cholecystectomy only 3 patients had. But this does not signify anything regarding the procedure. So this study demonstrated that there is a cholecystectomy is superior when performed during the same admission for mild acute gallstone pancreatitis. It shows that this strategy is feasible, safe, and reduces the risk for gallstone related event. Like now, why there is a association between gallstone and acute pancreatitis? There are some theories. One is the common channel. So in the duodenum, common bile duct and pancreatic duct, both common channel, and they insert through the common channel in the duodenum, and there is reflux of bile in the pancreatic duct. Another theory is that there is obstruction of the bile of pancreatic duct due to impacted or passing stone, and which lead to similarly reflux of bile. Then there is a cholestasis of sphincter of irritation, which is caused by lithogenic sludge, thus impairing the flow of biliopancreatic juice. So, and another thing is gallstone have been detected in feces of 90% of patients with gallstone pancreatitis, which also suggests that the causative stone is passing into the duodenum spontaneously, and that's why this is the reason to develop the pancreatitis. There are some limitations of the study. This was only single center study. They did not use antibiotic routinely, so development of infection in some patients we cannot justify. Then, as we had initially seen that there were more than 200 patients, but only 66 were eligible and randomized. So they lose many patients in this study. And also there were no clear difference between mild and moderate. They differentiated between mild to severe, but moderate they did not differentiate. So in this also they lose some patient. Now there are some other studies also. This is the study from Annals of Surgery published in 2019. Gallstone pancreatitis admission versus normal cholecystectomy. It was also a randomized trial. They also concluded that cholecystectomy within the 24-hour admission reduces the rate of ERCP, time to surgery, and 30-day length of the stay. Minor complication can be increased after early cholecystectomy. This is due to finding of difficult dissection. But some surgeons find it, some did not find it. So when the patient is identified properly for mild gallstone pancreatitis, early cholecystectomy is safe. Another this paper from also HPB journal that was published in 2020 that early laparoscopic cholecystectomy reduces the stay in mild gallstone pancreatitis. It was also a randomized controlled trial. In this also they concluded that early laparoscopic cholecystectomy with mild gallstone pancreatitis significantly reduced length of stay, and it was not associated any clinically relevant post-operative complication. There is one more study from Asian Journal of Surgery published in 2018, outcome of early versus delayed cholecystectomy in patients with mild to moderate acute biliary pancreatitis. This was also a randomized prospective study. In their conclusion also that mild to moderate acute biliary pancreatitis, early laparoscopic cholecystectomy reduces the risk of biliary event without increasing operative defectivity or perioperative morbidity. So all these papers published, they support this study that early surgery is safe in mild pancreatitis. I did not find any recent study published which opposes this study that we should not perform early surgery in mild pancreatitis. So to conclude this, same admission cholecystectomy in mild gallstone pancreatitis, it reduces the risk of recurrent gallstone related event, it reduces the number of admission, reduces the length of hospital stay, and also improves patient outcome. That's all. Thank you.
So most of the patient may be having alcoholism along with gallstone both. So how will you decide that whether there is alcoholism is contraindication when a patient is having.
Indication for early surgery. The criteria is only that patient should have mild pancreatitis. He should not have severe pancreatitis. That is the only criteria. For this study only they excluded alcohol.
Okay, so suppose the study is now out in patient in your OPD comes with pancreatitis, is alcoholic and also having gallstone. How will you differentiate between them?
But sir, management doesn't differ. Management is same for both, for alcoholic and for gallstone pancreatitis. If patient has gallstone, we need to remove the gallbladder. Whether he is alcoholic or not, that doesn't make any difference. So if he has a gallstone, we need to remove the gallbladder. The only problem was whether to remove it now or we have to wait for 6 months, 6 weeks. That was the only question. So patient is alcoholic or non-alcoholic, it doesn't affect management part.
In your practice, you are following index cholecystic.
Yes sir, we are following. Whenever there is only mild pancreatitis, patient is not that much symptomatic, we follow, we do only immediate cholecystectomy.
But you always do ARC, or you don't do ARC?
No sir, no ERCP. Only if we find a